how, you know, the OCD anxiety works. It'll, you know, pick a topic, and it'll just kind of keep giving you these intrusive thoughts.
It's so asymmetrical. I look at myself in the reflection, and it's like, what, like, how? If I came from, look at yours. Yours is like at least somewhat proportionate. Mine's just like, it's like bigger on this side and this side. This one's smaller around this lower cartilage, and this one's like up here. It's like fucking deformed. What is this?
Arman, can I tell you something?
I don't
can
know.
I tell you something?
Like honestly, like I told you, if I get plastic surgery, fix my nose, just fix it a little bit. That's all I want. I don't want to be perfect. I just want some sort of proportion to it. Like, why does it have to be so like
Can I
hideous?
tell you something?
It's like
Can
so long and droopy.
If you think that your nose is ugly, then let's go to a doctor, and you can talk to a doctor, go to a plastic surgeon, and figure out if you think that it's the nose that is going to be fixed and you'll be okay and this problem will be gone, then that's fine.
I wouldn't be so self-conscious.
I support your decision to go and talk to a plastic surgeon to see if that is something that would help you. But first, I want you to talk to your psychotherapist.
The violet noise now. It's just
Okay,
like,
so what does your therapist say? He says when that happens, what does it?
it's like, tell me to chop your head off and like show me all, and I just don't want to look at you because I feel like
No. I think you should look at me. I think you should look at me for as long as you can, because until you realize that this is just a trigger, Arman. This is not you. This is this niggling voice in the back of your head
Yeah, it's so
that's
draining.
telling you. I know. Arman is extremely talented. He is such a caring, kind person. He's a real humanitarian. And sometimes I do, lay awake at night worrying about, is this thing going to stop Arman from fully realizing his potential? When is this going to end?
The negative thought, the obsessive thought, that is always intrusive. It's always, you know, kind of there when I'm around my family. And then the compulsion is to, you know, think of a positive thought. But that in itself is like a ritual, right? Because every, you know, a few seconds you have a negative thought, then you have to go and think of a positive thought, and then you'll feel better. But then before you know it, another one comes. And then so a lot of your time is just kind of wasted because you put so much energy into these anxious thoughts and trying to make yourself feel better. It's tough. It's a constant, every waking second of the day, you're always kind of battling some form of it. So freestyle for me is like my life. Like it's that one thing I can do that no anxiety, no OCD, no any worldly issues I have can ever affect it. And I'm so lucky for that, and I'm so grateful for that, because it's kind of like the silver lining, you know. It's like, hey, you know what, like I have all this stuff that's really consuming me, but I still have that one thing that I can do that just kind of keeps me going. You know, expressing yourself with a soccer ball, it's kind of like dance. It's like a sport and an art together. And you know, you train and you train and you train, and you get to a point where you could do stuff that you've never been able to do before. And that's like an analogy I like to use for OCD too. It's like all these fears that I would never be able to even think about overcoming, I've overcome with continuous effort, right?
It's alright, dude.
Guys, I literally don't know what's wrong with this man.
Arman, dude. We're 5 tries in, you know? At try 100, you should be saying that. We're not quitting that soon. You got it. That's it, put it through.
I feel helpless sometimes. I feel alone and isolated. I don't know how to help him at times.
Well, I would consider myself loving. You know, I love my parents, I love my family. But the intrusive thoughts really challenge that, you know, and they make me feel like I'm not. And so the guilt and shame and the distress that is associated with all those thoughts really like challenges it. And it's like I have an identity crisis. It's like, am I loving because I'm having I don't know if I'm loving because I'm having all these violent thoughts, you know? So how do I feel better? And the thing, obviously, the old thing to do would be to go and look at a positive picture of my parents or whatever to feel better. But that is what I'm not supposed to do, because with therapy it's just like learning to face the intrusive thoughts for what they are, you know. And so it's the toughest thing is yeah, like really, it really challenges who you are sometimes, like the different forms of it, you know. And you have perfect insight into what it's gonna do, but every single time you give in and you fall, and you're like, why? I've been down this road so many times. Why do I keep falling into the same slump? You know, I know exactly how this story goes. Why? You know, and that's the thing. It's like, you know what's gonna happen, but how do you control yourself from going down that road again? What I'm hoping to achieve, you know, is to show, first of all, that, you know, mental health needs to be addressed, and secondly, to the people who are suffering with it, you're not alone. I know it sounds cliche and you know, but it's something that a lot of us have that we just don't talk about. And I feel once people start opening up about it, you know, that's where you can connect, because that's when you share stories, and that's when you know, you really help each other, and that just shows that, you know, we all have pain, you know. Even if you have, you know, something that is bringing you down, to also like not forget the things that you already have that are going for you, you know, the thing going for you. But if you have an issue, you have so much to be grateful for and so much to focus on. Like, you can't let that stop your, you know, your dreams or what you really want to focus on in life.